How?
Yeah.
Honk, honk.
Wow.
Honk, honk. Star Rail time.
I'm way closer
Fuck.
to where I am the Hachis.
You guys don't understand. We saw some shit before coming here.
Honk honk stairwell.
Oh my god. My closed captions aren't on. Good job, me. Let's fix that. Now it's fixed. Oh man. Saw some shit before freaking coming in. Oh my god. We might go over it later. But I will say, we here at Hong Kong Star Rail Boot Camp will hopefully teach you about team comps and about how to fucking use your units, or at least have you be more competent than most people on Star Rail TikTok. It fucking hurts. I might actually have to like one day go down Star Rail TikTok and like make a stream out of that and see what dumb shit is on that fucking... God, I don't want that all over my goddamn feed though. I go on TikTok like once every 2 weeks. Like, I don't want it to be full of shit. But hi.
It's so funny seeing whales and dolphins be bad at the game.
It's like, yeah, you can pay, it's like, it's not a pay to win game. You still have to like know and give a shit. Like, guys, please. What's going on here? Chapter of Stars and Dreams. Go to the carnival. Yes, my... Dispatch again. Wow, okay. Dispatch that. Messages. Yangqing. Alrighty. Check travel log. I've already done this. Or apparently not. I mean, I have, but like... We'll focus on this later. Vignettes in a cup. Now we can do this. The manager of the Dream Jolt hostelry is away and has entrusted you to take over the role of the drinksmith. However, the patrons of the lounge are not ordinary customers. Character selection. Receive a total of 13 customers. Ah. Oh, who I actually don't know who I would want to take. I don't have Gallagher yet. I don't have Misha. I have Zhui. I have Hanya. I have Guinaifen. I don't have Luca. I have Lynx and I have Yukong. I can probably E1 Juyi. Or I can unlock Gallagher, or I can unlock Misha. Because I don't fucking need Hanya. Alright. Alright. We'll look into that. Alright, we can get some stuff here. Alright. And then
I hear Misha is a pretty decent controller sub DPS ice.
Definitely worth thinking about. Alrighty. Let us... I also can do my...
Freezes like March but does damage.
Oh. That wouldn't be bad. Actually, that reminds me. Not warp. No, fuck. I wanted to see... I was gonna say, I was like, I don't have a... Yeah, I have an E1 Ting Yun, because I guess at some point I pulled her. Don Hung. Okay, so I already have E1 links. Huh. I guess at some point I got a Lynx. And then there's a free one that you're going to get at some point. So I'd be getting an E2 Lynx. That's crazy.
Yep.
It was Yangqing that I lost the 50-50 to for Sparkle. I have E1 of him.
Oh damn.
So he got my freaking free he got my free 5-star, and then I lost Sparkle's the 50-50 for Sparkle and got him. I was like, I know I got a 5. I lost the 50-50 to Sparkle. I just didn't know to who. Sampo. Yep.
Well, if you do end up going for a Venturin, guess you have a pretty strong ice hunt.
Yeah. No, if I decide to roll for a Venturin, I could put him on a team with Yangqing, and yeah. Honestly, the team I had him in before with Sparkle, Argenti, and then just one other person, and then yeah, maybe put Yangqing in there. Yeah, that can be a pretty, hopefully maybe a pretty good team. I don't know. I don't think it'd be a bad one off the bat. I just have to build them. But yeah, already got E1. So Zhuyi, I can get increases damage dealt by the talent's follow-up attack by 40%. I can get Zhuyi. I already have links. When healing allies with HP, outgoing increases. This effect also works on continuous healing. The target with survival response can resist debuff application for 1 time. Guinai Fen, slurping noodles during handstand. When skill is used, there's a 100% base chance to reduce the attack target enemy's effect for 2 turns. Yukong. At the start of battle, increase the speed of all allies by 10% for 2 turns. Oh yeah, I have fucking E3 Asta because I kept pulling her once. Serval. Natasha. Yeah, I have I have E2 Natasha. If I get more Natashas. If Natasha ends up on a banner, I might pull the banner at least once or twice and hope for Natasha. I wouldn't mind getting another Natasha. After being attacked, if the current HP is heal self for 1 time to restore HP.
I'd only worry about Eidolons for characters you're interested in using, though there's a bunch of solid ones on the selector.
Yeah. Argenti. Each streak of apotheosis additionally increases crit damage by 4%. If the number of enemies on the field equals to 3 or more when the ultimate is used, attack increases by 40% for 1 turn. your resplendence. When using ultimate, ignores 30% of target enemy's defense. Wow. Suspension of disbelief. Will Cypher have their attack increased by... Oh, so getting E1 Sparkle wouldn't have been bad, but... Fuck if I'm not wailing. Maybe if Sparkle comes back on the banner, I'll try to roll for it and get E1 her. Just for that freaking allies with Cypher have their attack increased by 40%. That's nice.
Yeah, limited 5-star Eidolons are usually real gross.
Yeah. Every stack of the talents effect allows us to additionally ignore...
But they're also, literally, expensive.
Yeah. And then it goes from recovering 4 skill points to 5. And then it becomes 8 skill points instead of 7. Wow. Life is a gamble. Parallax truth. Narrative. Polysemy. The crit damage effect boost. Crit damage boost effect provided by skill. Sparkle's crit damage when Sparkle uses skill. Uses her ultimate. Any single ally who benefits from her skill's crit boost will spread that effect to allies with Cypher. Yeah. Herda. Because I pulled Herda once, if I do all the simulated universe, I'll have an E6 Herda.
Also, yeah, in general, E6 for limited 5 stars should be able to win the game for you, or what's the point?
Yeah. Walt. Ratio. Clara.
Oh right, you haven't gone to the shop to get Trailblazers Eidolons.
No, I haven't. Increase the damage boost effect by the talent. Okay. Okay, so I... I might want to get Juillet.
I like Sway. She's fun to use.
Yeah, I might just get Juillet, or I might just get one of the new ones, or just in general someone I don't have. Because again, they'll be on banners, and I can just build them that way. There's no absolute rush. Hi, Gecko. How we doing? Right now, we're just kind of looking through because now that... Oh, excuse me. Now that we are finished with our MSQ, we can do this. And I was
She's a tactical unit though, so you want to put her on a weakness break team, so take advantage of her kit.
Yeah, so I was thinking, because I was looking at my units, and I'm wondering who I'm going to take. Should I, because right now I can take Lynx to E2, Yukong to E1, Gwynaifen to E1, and Juillet to E1. I don't have Luca, I don't have Misha, and I don't have Gallagher. I can view their details. So, what are your abilities? Not you. Okay. Fire damage equal to 50% of Gallagher's attack. Nectar Blitz. Deal damage equal to 125 to a single target. Reduces the target's attack, lasting for 2 turns. Wait, what? You got it? No, I haven't gotten them. I'm looking over the ones that you can get for doing the bartending. Elicits Besotted on all enemies, lasting for 2 turns. And how the boy is dead? Yeah, you finally beat a Venturin. At the same time, deals fire damage equal to 75%. Gallagher's attack to all enemies and enhances his next basic attack to Nectar Blitz. Corkage fee. Okay. Tipsy Tussle. Target. 6% more break damage. Besotted state makes targets. Oh, no. Technique. Immediately attacks the enemy upon entering battle and elicits Besotted, lasting. Natasha only healed herself so her ultimate could heal the whole team. Yeah. Immediately heals a target ally. Oh, no. I don't think he's dead either. Oh, I have to use the bathroom, frick. Immediately heals a target ally for 200 HP. That's a flat heal. Poopy heal. I won the fight. Maybe comatose. Basic attack. Misha's next ultimate delivers 1 more hits per action. Oh. I have to use
I
the
find people having a ton of trouble with Aventurin absolutely hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, honestly. Honestly, I was waiting for more people to come in because there's something I want to look over that me and Lynn were looking at before stream, that I think we need to talk about because this is something that here at Hong Kong Boot Camp is one of our goals, but I need to use the bathroom. So I will be right back. Oh my god. Ah. Okay, I'm back. Never have to fight a veteran again? I don't know. Maybe for boss materials. You never know, he might drop coins. Also, yes, I'm back. And I have a Slurpee. Jester got Slurpees. Anyhow.
Hello, Mute E.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Ah! Ah!
Hi.
Ah! Oh my god! Ah! Oh god!
What?
I took a Slurpee! Ah! Ow! Ow!
Wow.
Ow!
Take a deep breath
Just.
and then blow out.
Wow.
Ow! 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 Ah! Oh!
This girl.
Oh, it hurts! Ow!
Yet it does.
Ow. Okay. Ow. It hurts. Ow. I only took a sip.
Watch it calm down and she immediately does it again.
I just took another one. Anywho, my sensitivity to brain freeze aside, well, it was just tedious once I got the phase 2 strategy down. If you don't have a fast enough character, he'll just skip all your turns forever, which was annoying when my Black Swan and Acheron went down.
And then there was a Mountain Dew flavor, what I can't remember exactly what it was.
Now, here's the thing. I really have to be careful on how fast I drink this, or else I'm gonna fucking destroy my brain.
It's good. Very tasty combination.
Heckin... Oh my god. Heckin... I showed it with Lynn earlier, but I'll show it to you guys. Because apparently, it wasn't just me. Well, actually, I beat a veteran first try, and even if he's nerfed, apparently for some people that nerf wasn't enough. So, I found a thread just before stream of Star Rail TikTok. Some of these teams are bad.
Yet, I feel like a common theme with people who struggle with Aventurin is not knowing that speed is good actually.
Yeah.
You might have heard
You don't want to neglect speed.
earlier, but if you didn't, there's that store where
The...
that same thing.
Okay, well, not as bad. But...
Healers are great when they're fast.
yes. And if you don't have a fast healer, you need something that'll push them forward. In my case, for those who were around yesterday, people are really having struggles with him. Yes. Obviously, before the nerf, I guess he did too much damage or something. I don't know how he was before nerf. But apparently he was too hard, and that's why they nerfed him. But this time around, his biggest mechanic is his dice roll. If you don't attack the more than one die, you're going to lose the dice roll, and he's going to stun your unit, while the enemies that can hit all of them, like a destruction or an erudition, they will essentially get a free ult.
I find it really funny. since I did it with Fire MC and Heimko because using story units for story fights makes me happy.
Mm-hmm. That being said, this isn't the only one. There are several. This person uses Misha, uses Dr. Ratio, uses Destruction MC, and Bailu. Now, can't speak for Bailu, and I don't have Misha, but Misha is an ice and destruction, which means most likely he can hit multiple enemies. Then you have Destruction MC, who is physical, whose skill hits multiple enemies. How? Only Huahua was getting stunned. I had Fire MC, Akron, Clara, and Huahua. Yeah.
Yep.
So, like, how? Even this team, Dr. Ratio might have a hard time, and I can't speak for Bailu, but Destruction MC and Misha, if they can hit multiple enemies, how? I also had terrible RNG with the dice. Like I had 3 1s and a 2 one-time bad. Bailu is a healer with a fuck ton of HP gain. Misha has the same attack skill combos as Destruction
On that
MC.
team, Bela would get stunned every time, but if you just put speed on her, she'll be fine.
Yeah, because that's the thing. At the end of the day, when your units get stunned, you don't want them to go after a Venturin. Because they're stunned. They can't do shit. You want them to go before he does his next thing. So if your characters are speedy, then they'll recover quickly. Hi, Nightshade. In my case,
Howdy.
I was using, for those who weren't here yesterday, I was using... Are you done with the MSQ, Nightshade?
Oh, hang on.
That's how you learn how the world works.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, I got on deaf, and don't worry. I'll tell me when it's safe.
Okay, so, when fighting Adventurin, I had Natasha, I had Sparkle, my brain. I had Herda and I had Argenti. Herda and Argenti give weakness and are your addition. So the dice are fine. Natasha is my healer and Sparkle is because everyone is skill point hungry. What's really good about Sparkle's skill, however, and first off, Sparkle is speedy. So I would use her skill to buff Natasha forward in the turn order so that she would recover faster. So that then all I had to do was have her heal because she mostly always had her ultimate by that time. And then Adventurin does his bullshit and then takes off that little bit. I would just need her to heal and then she can do her ult and top up everybody. Natasha's goal here, even though she had type advantage, was to top up the party and keep them topped up. They were not going to win the dice roll. They just were not. But what Sparkle could do is move anybody up who needed to be moved up, in this case Natasha, and then also give everyone skill points, and then Natasha top everybody up. While Herda and Argenti were in charge of doing everything else. Because they kept getting free alts, it was just waiting. It was just waiting and repetition. I lost him 4 times, but I also refused to use a healer. I don't think you need a healer. It's just if you're not going to bring a healer, your units better all have at least an AoE. And the AoE cannot just be the ult, because you need your ult to do damage. So if you're wasting your ult on the dice roll and that's the only thing you have, you're an idiot. You're an idiot and your team sucks. So...
Well, no.
No. Obviously no, but... You really just need speed boost to match Aventurine, and then as long as you have someone who messes with turn order, Asta, Branya, Sparkle, you can beat him out. Yeah. Even his tick damage will get you eventually. Yeah. Having a healer is
If you win the roll by using your ULT, winning gives you your ULT back.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to use it in the first place.
So it can save you skill points, which is good strategy.
Yeah.
That said, he cuts your energy right before throwing the dice out.
Yeah, that's why. Unless you have Argenti, ooh, excuse me, my brain freeze. Unless you have Argenti, who has two loading bar, who has 2 stacks on his alt. Unless there's anybody else that has similar to him, it can be really hard to just use your alt for the dice. Because again, like you just said, he does that so that if you're at alt time, he takes away just that little bit so you can't use it. Ooh, excuse me. And as far as I know, I don't think you can use somebody else's alt on somebody else's dice turn. Each character has to hit the dice once. Phase 2 is hard for the healers. Yeah, that was pretty much me eventually. Natasha always healed herself. Other people ulted him.
But follow-up attacks count as another roll, so that's nice.
You can't. I tried. Yeah. So, like, you can't have, for example, Argenti on his turn use his skill, and then on Natasha use his alt to save her. It won't work. She has to hit something or not do anything.
Wait, I just realized. Is this about the adventuring boss fight?
This is just about the fight.
Okay, that's the only thing I was spoiled to. I have no I know that he was a boss fight. I have no context as to what made him do that or what happens after.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about just the fight.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I was spoiled to.
Because apparently 2.1, when it came out, he was apparently pretty strong, and then like the next day they nerfed him. But people are still having problems with him. And it comes down to either the units aren't built properly or bad teams. I beat him with Sparkle, Natasha, Argenti, and Herta. Now, have you fought him yet, Nightshade?
I have not fought him, but I am aware that he
apparently
has something
the fight
with
is super hard for people, where I did it with a bad team on purpose, and Squeaky won first try.
Yeah.
From what I saw, there is a part where he fights with dice, and I think you either have to match it or go over it, whatever the number he has.
Do you want us to tell you, Nightshade? Or do you want to figure out the mechanic? Oh, do you want to figure out the mechanic when you get there?
I pretty much know it. I think I have an idea what it is. So
I think
part doesn't matter.
It mostly starts in his phase 2, where he will spit out 4 dice, and each unit has on their turn has to attack the dice. He rolls a number, and you have to beat his number. Now his number is Now here's the thing. Maybe I was just unlucky, but every number that he rolled was greater than 6. So any unit that can only hit 1 target is losing. Once everybody hits the dice and gets their number, then Aventurine does his thing, and the characters...
Targets those who are lower.
Huh?
He targets those who did not beat his dice roll, right?
Well, hold on. Everybody gets something. If you beat his roll, you get a free alt. He fills your alt meter and free alt. If you don't beat the dice roll, he stuns you. He stuns your units for a turn. Now, obviously, where speed comes in is that the sooner your unit's turn comes up, the sooner they recover and they're back in action. The slower they are, the more time Aventurine has to fuck you up because your units can't do anything. And that's where people are fucking up. So, from my own experience, if you bring at least a Erudition or a Destruction, you should be fine. Units like Argenti, Herta, Jinglu, Acheron is literally made for this fight. His weaknesses are physical, ice, and electricity. Acheron is literally made for this fight.
Right. Yeah.
So if you lose with Acheron, you're doing something wrong. You didn't
No.
build her, or you're doing something wrong. Now, there are some people, because of how their units are, some people will use their alt, are, you know, let's say you have a unit where their alt is a multi-hit. I can't think of a 5-star at the moment or any unit at the moment, so let's just say, for example. The problem is, before he does this dice roll, you can't even just like, oh, I'll just save my alt. No, because he does his dicey move, and just before that, he hits everyone, and the hit drains a little bit of energy. So if you had
I think the characters who exploit him the most are Akiran and Argenti.
Yeah. If your character, if you were saving your alt for his little dumb dice thing so that your unit can do it and beat the dice roll because maybe their alt is the only AoE they have, nope, because he hits everybody first and takes away a little bit of energy. So he essentially lowers your alt meter before
Also,
he does your
Jing
dice.
Yuan is super strong against him.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, I can
Yeah.
use Jing Yuan, I can use
Yeah.
Acheron, I can use
Yeah.
Argentina.
Now, here's the thing. So then some people have brought healers, but their healers are slow. So their healers will die because they get stunned and then they can't heal, and then there you go. Acheron definitely exploits this because her alt doesn't work like a meter. From what I've seen. And then Argenti, his alt has 2 bars. So as long as you have it double filled, guess what? You can still use your alt.
And Jingliu can be put in a permanent ultimate loop against him, so she dunks the fight too.
Yeah. Now, so then here's the thing. So again, your edition characters are perfect for this. This is the fight you want to bring them in. A destruction character, same thing. This is the fight you want to bring them in. That being said, there are some people who still are having a hard time with that. For example, if you look at the stream, there is someone with a Bailu, a physical Trailblazer, the Destruction Trailblazer, Dr. Ratio, and Misha, and the team's almost wiped except for Misha, and that's sad. That's sad because now again, I don't have.
And they aren't even on phase 2.
They're not even on phase 2. Now I don't have Misha. I might get Misha from the thing that comes after MSQ that gives you a free 4-star. I might get Misha. But he's ice and he's destruction. So what do you mean you're still not doing well? You have physical Trailblazer. They have an AoE skill. What do you mean? What do you mean they're almost dead?
Yeah, this seems like a troll post.
No. This is Star Rail TikTok. This is Star Rail TikTok who are losing their shit because they can't beat him. So there's that one. Here's another one.
Yeah.
This one at least beat phase 1. But there's Preservation Trailblazer. There's Imbibitor Lune. There's Bailu, and then there's Blade.
Also, Misha should be really good here, because you can get his ulti back repeatedly and use it to freeze him.
Yeah. But look. I'm the thread is called Compilation of Bad Teams Honkai Star Rail TikTok used against the Adventuring Boss. I don't see why this would be a bad team. If you've got Imbibitor, if you've got Imbibitor built, you've got Blade. If you've got Blade and Imbibitor, why? I don't see why this would be bad. You don't really have type.
Trailblazer also hits multiple targets when he stacks. So.
Yeah. Aside from us, the only thing you don't really have here is type advantage. I can't speak for Bailu. Is Bailu electric?
Yes. But that's moot because she's not there to deal damage.
Yeah, imagination resistance. Again, I wouldn't come in with this team, but I don't think that's a bad team. Either way. Next one. Acheron, Misha, Jingyuan, Natasha.
The issue with this team is that he's very resistant to imaginary, but that just means it'll take you some time. But imagine if this guy was using triple point Dan on dice.
Yeah. But okay, this one. Acheron is almost dead. Misha is dead. They just haven't fallen yet. Jingyuan is dead. And then there's Natasha. How?
And again, phase 1.
phase 1. They're only halfway through phase 1, and this team is almost wiped. How? What are you doing? You're not even at the dicey shit as far... I don't think they're even at the dicey shit. How? How is this team losing?
I mean, I was gonna go in there with Acheron, Black Swan, Laucha, and Welt, just so that way I could get some nihility, and Welt can do his debuffs, and that way Acheron can take advantage of the debuffs.
I mean, yeah, that's not bad. I use Sparkle, and the fact that Sparkle can fuck with the turn order. Acheron
They're all fast. They're all fast, by the way.
Yeah, Acheron needs 2 nihility to work well compared to other units, and the team has no support. Like, there's just 1 dice at phase 1. Okay. But yeah, phase 2, this team should not have any issue.
There is no banana.
So the fact... I don't know. I look at this team and I don't understand how... There's 2 dice in phase 1, phase 2 is 4.
She doesn't need 2. 2 just makes her disgusting. She actually still does highly respectable damage with just 1.
Yeah, no, I was, when I was doing Acheron's POV, I was just fine with 1. And I've done things with Acheron and not ran Annihility alongside her and been fine. Oh, right, but you need 6 or higher to not get damaged.
Yeah, when I use 2 nihility characters, I do at least 500k.
When it comes to the... Yeah, when, Gecko, when it comes to phase 1, you just have to beat the number. And it's... You just have to beat the number that he chooses, that he gets. And it's between 1 and 4. Whereas, again, you have to hit the dice that's bigger. And then second phase, you just have to beat his number, which will always be over 6, at least in my experience. Either way, whenever he pulls out his dice, you better pray that you get a higher number. And then when phase 2 happens, 1 to 4, I don't know. No, I think you can get 6. I don't know. I don't know because he stayed relatively low for me. I can't remember. I think I only had like 1 or 2 instances where at phase 1 I lost to the dice. But either way, at first his dice is between, usually more between 1 to 6, I think is his numbers for phase 1. You just have to beat the roll. You just have to beat his roll. And then with phase 2, his number will always be above 6, so hitting 1 dice is not enough. Either way, this team should have no issue in phase 2. Why they're having an issue in phase 1 besides them not being slow is beyond me. I don't know why this team isn't doing it. This one, they say this got me stressing. I see Imbibitor Lunae, I see Serval, I see Preservation.
In phase 1, he throws out 2 dice and rolls 1. In phase 2, he throws out 4 dice and rolls 2.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, again. He always rolled greater than 6 for me, so it was like... It was like Herda and Argentina are gonna make it, but nobody else is. Regardless, the point of the dice roll is you beat the dice. Your number has to be higher. If it's not, bad things happen. Is mainly the point. I say skill point management. This team, Imbibitor Lunae, Serval, Preservation, Trailblazer, and Laucha. Imbibitor and Serval are down. It's just Laucha and Trailblazer. You brought 2 imagine... Here's the thing, they're near the end. They're near the end of... They almost beat him. He's almost dead. So, like, they have a chance here, but... Like...
And yet, skill point management is where using ULT if you can is a good strategy, but also I don't know how people can die while using Laucha on this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, whole thing is auto heal, so the fact that they're dying is skill issue.
I don't know. No, here's the thing. He's almost dead. They clearly had some trouble, though. And this was probably a long fight for them. Because if Aventurine has really good imaginary resistance, like you guys said, then Imbibitor was just poking. Imbibitor was just poking. This person says, after 3 days and 5 different teams. Bailu, Japard, Herda, and Misha.
Rex for a while.
Okay.
Really leaning in on the ice. Really leaning in on Japard because for some reason they need the shields.
Prime as well.
It's extra insurance.
That's a team. That doesn't look like a great team. Well, here's the thing.
I mean, it gets the job done.
It's gonna take a while.
Here's the thing. Again, now I can't speak for Bailu because I don't have Bailu.
I'll speak for Bailu even though I don't have her.
Now here's again, by all means.
So the strategy they put in here was just survive, apparently.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
team, if it works, honestly, here's the thing. I don't think this is a bad team. This is an interesting team. This team is, I don't want to take damage, we're slow. This team is, I'm slow, I don't want to take damage. So they're using Japard. Herda will be fine in this battle. She has AoE, she has element advantage. She will be fine.
You definitely don't need Jeopard here, you just need your Bailu to not be wearing cement shoes.
Yeah. I want to know how long it took. Well, they're almost done here, and apparently it says here after 3 days and 5 different teams. So 5 other teams failed before they finally said fuck it and said this. That's what gets me. How bad were your other teams? How bad were your other teams that this is what you decide to pull? Double sustain, which if you repeatedly fail is a good option. Misha does a fair bit of ST damage with his hit stacking up, and Herda is an ice unit. Herda's good. Herda's good. I love Herda. Mono imaginary.
Herda definitely works. If you build her correctly, she works.
Herda works. Herda only didn't completely come in clutch in my team.
The strategy here is obviously just to extend turns by freezing him repeatedly.
Yeah. Oh, Herda's great. She sucks for a boss like this. No, she does not. Herda didn't come in clutch because Argentine was also on my team. Herda is great here. Herda is great. Herda does not give a fuck about these dice. Herda does not give a fuck about his type. It's fine. She was great on this.
Yeah, Herda does what she does, and she does it well.
She does the job very well. Herda is an amazing unit. Misha, again, I don't know for Misha, but apparently he freezes a lot, and he's a destruction unit, which means he hits everything. And
Discounting.
I feel good about beating him before it got fixed. Herda helped me tons with ice propagation boss. So yeah, again, this team definitely reeks of please God,
Herda is normally bad for solo bosses, but she's actually pretty alright for this fight, just because she can keep spamming ultimate. Serval would be better, but Herda does alright here.
Yeah, Herda was fine here. Herda was fine here because the dice don't mean shit to her. And yeah, she hurts like honestly, once he was down to 50%, just doing her single hit was doing good damage. Was doing good damage and was breaking down that defense. Herda was doing great. Herda did an amazing job. Again, this team just spells, please, I just want to win already. I don't want to do this anymore. And because of that, I want to see what their other teams were like. I'm so curious. And then there's this one.
I'm guessing Moonlight's slightly better then.
Silverwolf, Jingliu, Blade, and Huahua.
Okay, you're trying at this point to fail. There's no...
They're not even done with phase 1. They're 1% in phase 1. Jingliu and Silverwolf are down. It's just
And
Blade
again,
and Huahua.
they aren't even on phase 2.
The fact that they had a Silverwolf on their team and lost makes me highly suspect.
That's crazy. How? How?
He is made to spit on these kinds of bosses.
You might as well be calling fucking Jinglu Smash Mouth because she don't stop coming, but she don't stop coming with her goddamn ult. What do you mean she's fucking dead? What do you mean she's dead? What did you do?
I built her with an energy regen rope and she stacks up her ultimate super fast.
As I mentioned last stream, Jinglu is probably the best DPS in the game right now, and Blade works amazingly with her. How did you fuck up with this team?
God, yeah.
I think when I was showing this to Lynn, you had pointed out that the only thing that would be the only real issue with this team, and it wouldn't be a total issue, is Huahua, because her ult
The only
doesn't
defense
heal.
I can offer this team is that Huo doesn't have an on-demand ULT heal.
Guy was unlucky with the dice. Had to have been. But holy shit.
But like, build speed though?
Yeah, build speed. But yeah, this team is the one where it's like, and again, Silverwolf has freaking weakness bypass or whatever it's called. What do you mean? What do you mean she's dead?
She's got a debuff that almost...
Put speed set on your healer and do the zoomies.
When the HSR community comes together to give advice. This one is Preservation, Trailblazer, Blade, Bailu, and Jing Yuan. Now they're almost done with the last phase. I don't think this is a bad team. But you know, what do you mean Silverwolf didn't give the boss wind weakness for Blade?
More speed means more turns, means more skill points and more energy, which mean more ults. Make your healers zoomy. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the next one is a video, and it's not with Adventurin. It's with a different boss. That's why they say honorable mention. This one kills me. Because I beat this one first try. And listen to the person.
This one is so funny.
Listen to what this person says. And call I call bullshit. Let me just make sure volume's up.
Again, I beat this one with physical Trailblazer for funsies.
Yeah. So trigger warn. I don't know why yelling and loud. I'm so mad. Like, dude, I'm this close to not playing Honkai Star Rail anymore. I'm gonna be building Laucha next, and we'll try to give him the zooms.
People always ask me, why do you have so many quests? Why don't you do them? Because they make the levels too hard! This is my 27th attempt today!
27th attempts.
Trying to beat this thing.
How do you have Imbibitor, Yukong, Natasha, and Argentine, and you can't, and after 27 tries, you still haven't beat this thing?
With supports and healers and a team who are
We can't see on share, by the way.
Well, no, well, yeah, yeah, I have it on stream, but I'll screen share, that way you guys don't have to listen to me talking, just listen to the thing when hem kim, and then I'll switch back to
Julio.
B.
I mean, this one's kind of a difficult, but it's not anything you can't beat.
It's, yeah. He's probably trying to smack it while it's in breeding mode. At this point, it's gonna be an act, like... Oh, excuse me. I'll play it again just for Lynn and Nightshade. That way they can...
ask me, why do you have so many quests? Why don't you do them? Because they make the levels too hard! This is my 27th attempt today! Trying to beat this thing with supports and healers and a team who are bullet bound! I even...
he claims that, they claim that the team is fully built. I don't know what they mean by that. But there's no way. There's no way you have a fully built team and you're having this much of a hard time.
There's no way.
Full energy, so it's so.
You have 2 imaginaries and 2 physicals. You have Imbibitor, you have Argenti, you have Yukong, and you have Natasha. What do you mean you haven't beaten this thing yet? And they're fully built? Looking at this, I could put it in auto and win. Herta was the biggest help for this boss. Oh, Herta was great for this boss. Them building all aggro on one character. Like,
I started with 1 hit, takes away half her health.
we only
That's
took a third of her
normal.
health.
That's normal.
He's like, it took away half her health. Well, no, it only took like a fourth. You're fine. Like,
Yeah.
and she has her
yeah.
alt now. Like, what do you
Best
mean?
character for this guy is Clara, and it's really, really funny. But anyway.
Yeah, so
Takes away half her health. And my characters barely do anything, even when they're fully built. He did 7K there. He usually does 23K. Like he doesn't even do any damage, and he's fully built with good artifacts. I'm going
Then
to
you are
lose my-
not doing the no. That's a lie.
you're not
That's a
built.
lie.
23k and you say fully built? Ha.
That's a lie. They should be doing at least high 5, low 6
23k,
numbers.
not 200k.
Sanity.
Jesus.
Like hell.
Bitch,
Does
put a 1 in front of that and then maybe.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you-
Hit. Take away half her health. Stop doing that to my baby.
Okay, so this guy is a literal. So this guy is probably what? 10.
it's probably
11.
a kid. It's probably a kid. But there's, like, first off, I need this kid to define me what they mean by fully built. What do you mean they're fully built? Like, do you mean fully built as in they've got Eidolons, that they've got relics, that they've got light cones? What do you mean? Traces? Is that what you
They
mean
have
by
enough health that they should be relatively high level.
Like, please tell me this is satire. I don't know. I don't know, but it doesn't smell right. How do you have type advantage here? How do you have Imbibitor? How do you have Argenti? How do you have Natasha? How do you have a dedicated healer for this and you're still not winning? My guess is has relics but haven't leveled them or traces. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know what he means by fully built. They claim that their units are fully built, but they
My
should.
guess would be that they don't actually raise their relics or cones.
Yeah, my only guess is that you have them equipped. You have cones and relics equipped, but you haven't increased anything because they're not doing the damage a built unit would have.
Keeps on blocking it, so I can't use my main DPS.
Apparently, Imbibitor Lune is their main DPS, and he's dead.
Oh my god!
Well, Imbibitor Lune was doing 7k damage, so
Get
I
wrecked,
feel-
nerd.
I no.
Like, how is Imbibitor Lune doing 7k damage and Yukong doing 5k damage, and yet you're calling Imbibitor your main DPS? Like, Yukong's not that far back behind there, hun. Like, really.
He should be doing more than 7k on a basic attack.
Yeah, that's what's his fully charged shit or his ult. His ult was doing 7k. That's nothing. Yukong can be main DPS. Shit, honestly, both their damage outputs, Yukong was only 2k behind. That's bad.
My Yukong can do okay damage. She can do anywhere from like 55 to 78k damage. Nothing super crazy, but I think it works, especially if you're gonna have a sub DPS. I think that works.
I kind of want to do a really stupid harmony only team with Yukong as pseudo hunt carry.
So, this next one, this was where I turned on stream. So, Ratio's dead, Natasha's dead, Ting Yun is dead, and Imbibitor Lune is almost dead. They're not even at phase 2. 1%. You're not
Okay.
making it. This team's not making it. I've been trying to beat this boss fight for hours. Japard, Jing Yuan, Natasha, and March.
Japard, Jingyuan, Natasha, March.
How?
No.
How?
No, you're not going to do anything.
No,
that's a bad. I'll say it. That's an awful team. That's a god awful team. I'm pretty sure that's not a hot take or surprising, or it's like, oh no, but what if
Genuine
they,
Yet he
no.
turtled up way too hard and didn't even try to respond to the mechanic.
yeah. If you're bringing... Here's the thing. I'm not going to say that bringing shielders are a bad idea. But if you're bringing more than one, you're not paying attention to the fight. You're not paying
He
attention
brought
to
3 characters that will always lose the role.
Yeah. If you've been going at this boss fight for hours and your team still has only one person with an AoE that isn't their ult, do it for 5 hours more, because you're not paying attention. You're clearly not paying attention to what is making this boss fight hard. You're not. You're just not paying attention. You know what the funny thing is?
No,
Look at this screen cap and look what the funny thing is. So again, this is phase 2. This is where he starts bringing out 4 dice. But the mechanic is you have to beat his number.
You have to beat 6 in this case.
In this case, you have to beat 6. So, while the chance is still low, any of these characters can beat that. Natasha could beat that. Japard could beat that. March could beat that.
Oh, are they
That's
6-sided
luck-
die? Oh, they're
That's
6-sided die.
lucky. That is
And if
lucky.
you want someone who can hit multiple dice without using a skill or ultimate, literally everyone has Serval. Bring Serval.
Okay, actually I can explain March. Whenever Eidolons add debuff removal on the skill, an Aventurine applies a debuff that increases damage gained. Oh yeah, no, of course. Here's the thing though. If this Natasha has cleanse, you also don't have to worry about that. Right now, it seems that this team is prioritizing trying to minimize the amount of damage taken. And okay, not a bad strat in general, but not the
By
one
making
you need
more
in this
damage
fight.
be taken.
Given the fact that March is dead, I'm willing to bet that she doesn't
It
have a
didn't work.
cleanse.
Yeah, in this case, if March is dead, it didn't work. Because there's the debuff right there. That red dot there, that's the debuff. And I can only assume that Natasha doesn't have her cleanse either, because again, there's the debuff. Now, this is that thing where, again, having a shielder in your team is not bad. Having 2 in this case that don't have an AoE outside of their ult is not a good idea. You're not paying attention to the fight. You're just trying to you're focusing on just hitting him, but you're not thinking about how he's hitting you. How is he hitting you? How is he downing your enemies? You're not paying attention. You just want to bonk pass. And that's where you're going to lose. That's where you're going to have a hard time with this boss. I'd say you need to pay attention, but you just have to give a shit. Like, replace Japard with Fire Trail and you might have something. I think Huahua carried me on removing that debuff. I guess if March 7 has her ult, you can save it for dice and you'll probably be good. But here's the thing, Cerberus. Because we talked about this. You could save your ult and use it for the dice. But here's the problem. Before he does this move, he hits you and drains your ult meter. He drains your energy. So if you already had a unit ready to ult, once he pops this out, no you don't. All
You need an energy regeneration rope on March to get enough from her attack to charge it enough to use it.
Yeah. Like, that's...
Let's go with the worst case scenario and say, hey, I don't have any good I say don't have any good characters with giant fucking quotation points. But let's say, oh, we're only working with 4 stars. The 4 stars that you can work with are as follows. Always 100%. You can always use Serval.
Mm-hmm.
You can use Herta. You can use Natasha. And you can use anyone after that. I would go with Sampa because he's a multi-hit target.
You
If
can
you want to
use
go for speed,
Trailblazer.
Asta. If you want to go, yeah, you could use Trailblazer. But if we're only going with 4 stars, because Trailblazer is a 5-star.
But it's you.
Yep. Yeah, but
you will have Trailblazer.
I'm excluding all 5 stars, like just in general. Or if you want to go for speed, Asta. There's
Trailblazer
literally
if a 5-star with 4-star stats, but yet.
I get what you mean, but in this case, again, if we just go by the units that the game will give you just for playing it, you have Serval, you have Herta, you have Trailblazer, you can use Preservation, but you can also use Destruction. Both are good.
Yet, Asta would actually solve a lot of problems here.
Asta, if you do the little thingy, you get Qingshui. You get them for free if you do the thingies. You get a Lynx for free. Like there's so many characters that the game just if you do the things, if you just play the game, you will get some of these characters and you can build a pretty good team with them. But at the same time, if you don't pay attention to what the fight is telling you
People
to do...
die because they don't have speed. Asta can hit a bunch of dice and then give your team a boatload of speed.
Also have links that you can get from progressing the story. Yeah. Like... This is not a good team. This is not a good team. Now, they could still win, but aside from how much is hours, this team here is, yes, it's going to be a very long con, and you probably did wipe a couple times with this team because no one but Jing Yuan, and March has one on her alt, and Jing Yuan is the only erudition. Like, it's just, it's a long one. This one is also Aventurine? Yeah. Black Swan, Ratio, Japard, and Natasha. I'm telling you, don't be bringing no single hitters.
It depends on what you want to fight with them.
Like, this is that thing of, I don't blame people for going to the end patch boss, knowing that it's probably going to be a one-on-one, and not thinking to bring AoEs. I can understand where some people see that. But if you've been fighting Aventurine if you've been wiping to Aventurine again and again and again, and you've seen his mechanics, which again, he doesn't even have that many. Why? Why are you bringing single hitters? I understand Natasha, because again, her heal, and if you've got her cleanse, even better. Why are you bringing Ratio? Again, we've talked about Japard. You can bring him for the type advantage.
This team could definitely win, as long as it has speed. It just take a bit.
I swapped Ruan Mei for Black Swan because she had no chance here. Yeah, the team could win, but again, unless you have speed, have fun. 80-minute fighting Aventurine, and for what? You have Laucha, you have Zila, you have Himeko, and you have March.
Why do you have Zila?
I don't know enough about Zila.
Why? She's a hunt character. Why would you bring a hunt character to this kind of a fight?
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like, I didn't want to say it, but don't bring a hunt character to this fight. Don't bring a hunt. You can if you want to see Adventurine's health go down point by point every half hour. Yeah, no, bring a hunt.
How did it take you that long to win? My team was this but worse, and I killed it way faster than that.
Here's the thing, to be fair, they're at the very end. and he's frozen. They're at the very end and he's frozen. But wow. This is not a good team.
She's got a March and
Himeko, Zila, March, and Laucha.
Yeesh.
And then last one in this thread, y'all, my Huahua has that she'll beat him trust.
You got a Silver Wolf?
Sparkle, Silver Wolf, Imbibitor, and Huahua.
Ha.
You have Silver Wolf and Imbibitor Lune. I know you're relying on RNG, but when you get Imbibitor, when that shit hits, Imbibitor hits like a fucking nuclear missile. How?
You have Sparkle on your team with Imbibitor.
That's even worse.
You should be using Sparkle to bring your slow units to the top. If it's your healer,
the answer is almost always going to be lack of speed.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I built my Imbibitor with not speed in mind, but that's because I have
their Sparkle
units
is
that can
probably
advance
slow
forward.
and just died.
Sparkle is speedy on Sparkle's pretty speedy coming out of the box though. Sparkle's fast out of the box. Her skill makes you fast. like she fucking comes with running shoes. Like what do you mean? She comes with fucking Air Jordans, fresh from the box. How is she slow? What are you doing? I'm not even good at using Sparkle. What do you mean she's slow?
Basically, you just need speed shows on her and you win.
Yeah, she comes with 101 speed without any modifications. So yeah,
What do
speed
you
boosts
mean?
and just yeah.
She comes with speed. You have speed, idiot. It came with your It came free with your Sparkle. What do you mean?
You have your advanced action. You have 101.
Oh. Her sandals are on fast. Because her skill speeds you up. And I think her alt speeds you up too. Unless you invest in it on her, she's probably just too slow. And then that's it. Legit best team I had. And could think of. I beat him post-nerf. Not proud of myself. How do I fare in comparison to others? This was just someone who put in Black Swan, Kafka, Natasha, and Preservation Trailblazer. I mean, how did you fare? Why is your team dead? Your team's dead. Your team's dead. That's how you fared. Why is your fucking team dead?
It's like watching someone. It's like watching someone. What do you call it? See a quarter, get hit
You
by
can completely neglect speed on Sparkle and make it so she doesn't go before the dice comes out, at which point she just gets stun locked and dies, but she doesn't even need much to be faster than that.
She really doesn't.
Okay, here it is. It's like you see a quarter in the middle of the street, you run over to it and pick it up, you get hit by a car, you go flying back onto the sidewalk, and then you're like, oh, hey, a quarter! And you go get it again.
Luca exists. Luca exists. Me and Lynn, a while ago...
He sure does.
Me and Lynn were talking a while ago where it feels like Luca was put in the game to fill a character quota because the story didn't give a fuck about him. I never saw him. So when I saw him in, I think it was the test drive for someone, it was like, who the fuck is this? And it was like, oh yeah, they're in Bellabog. You didn't see him because you never went into the fight club. And I'm like, I never had to. He's... But yeah, these are the characters that you get for free.
Yeah, he only exists in his own character story. He's not even in the fight club if you go there.
Yeah, it's crazy. And, like, apparently he's, like, the fists of Wildfire. But again, it's like he's a member of Wildfire. You never see him. Which makes no sense to me. Why is he here? But, yeah. Maybe I'll get Misha. Because it's like, I can E1... I can E1 Yukong. I can E2 Lynx. I can E1 Gwenaifen. I can E1 Zhuyi. Or I can get Misha, Gallagher, or Luca. I don't give a fuck about Luca. Gallagher... I don't care. I'm looking at his heal, and I'm like, what do you mean he only heals you for 200? That ain't shit. Like... Like... I'm looking at his stuff, and I don't know. I ended up going for Gallagher because he looks like a really cool healer. But his heal is only 200. Gallagher's ult is his main source of healing, but his healing also scales off break effect when ascended. Ugh. That actually might be good. I don't know. Someone can explain if that's good or not, but right now. Check out his traces. There might be something there. Yeah, afflicts Besotted on all enemies. Lasting for 2 turns. At the same time, deals fire damage equal to 75% of Gallagher's attack to all enemies. And enhances his next basic attack to Nectar Blitz. That's his ult. Short version, his ult makes him budget Laucha. He's really good. Okay.
Gallagher is a pretty unconventional healer who, and you've heard this before, most greatly benefits fast teams.
Heh. And then talent. Here we go. His talent. The Besotted state makes targets receive 6% more break damage. Every time a Besotted target gets attacked by an ally, the attacking ally's HP is restored by 80. Don't think he's a bad healer. He's too specific to build, says Gecko. He debuffs an enemy and increases his healing. When people attack debuffed enemies, they also heal if I was looking at my fights correctly. Yeah. Traces. Adolins. Salty Dog. When entering a battle, Gallagher regenerates 20 energy and increases effect resistance by 50.
Which is good.
Yeah.
That effect resist is
Let's look at
extremely good.
Misha. When using
He has
the
a cleanse, but only on E2, which is sad.
Yeah.
Oof, really?
I mean, I have him at E4, but still, that is kind of shit.
When using the skill, remove 1 debuff from the target ally. At the same time, increase their effect res by 30%, lasting for 2 turns. Extends the duration of the Besotted state inflicted by Gallagher's ultimate by 1 turn. Ultimate level +2. Misha. When using the ultimate for every enemy on the field, additionally increases the hits per action for the current ultimate by 1 hit, up to a maximum increase of 5 hits. I got him E6, but I also got Acheron, so it makes sense. He also heavily relies on his Ascension traces. It gives him scaling with break effect, AoE healing, and a massive speed increase on alt activation. Okay. This Genesis of First Love, Estrangement of Dream. And then, yeah. I don't know. I might get Misha whenever I do this. Oh god, is it late for me? Good night. Yeah, no worries, Cerberus. We'll be... Funny enough, I've done little playing and more talking about bad teams. We're gonna be ending stream in about 20 minutes. It's been a fun chatting Hong Kong Star Rail. But yeah, I saw that thread and I was like, god damn it. I might still not be that great at this game, but if Hong Kong Boot Camp has one purpose, is we help you get better at this game by watching me be bad at it. We talk about how to be better at this game. I thought it was a perfect thing to talk about and relevant. But yeah, it gives you... So you have a choice between 2 destructions, 2 harmonies, 2 abundances, and 2 nihilities. I think I might take Misha. I don't think I can put... I don't think Gallagher would work in my team. And I have Natasha right now, so... But, you know what? Let's try this out. Let's try vignettes in a cup. Let's try this. We've only got 20 minutes. So let's do something that I think should be pretty simple. Let's do bartending. My controller fell asleep. But yeah. This team right here that you see, this is who I beat Adventurin with. Let's look at my Sparkle, actually. I'm not gonna claim my Sparkle's good, because she probably isn't. So here's my Sparkle.
115 crit damage. Don't worry, you'll get it up more.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say my Sparkle's good.
Were you shocked just now?
Like, I'm not gonna act like she's good. She has this. She has the dance, dance, dance light cone. Right now her traces are all caught up until I send her again. And her relics, I've been building crit rate. And her booties are speed. Right now she has a dumb ball. I can probably put something better on her.
It's a matter of when you start farming for certain relics.
Honestly,
like,
I should,
oh,
if anything, I should put this one on her, I think. Well, it has crit damage, but...
Because of the quantum...
Quantum damage. I mean, it's not a bad one, probably. Fire damage, crit rate.
You're better off putting something with, like, something solid on there, like attack and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It benefits in the long run.
HP,
as opposed to
HP,
elemental.
defense. Yeah. Quantum damage, HP, effect res. Oh, this one has quantum damage, HP, and speed. This one has HP, attack, and crit damage. Quantum, defense, and crit. I'd have to look through these, because right now they just kind of have whatever ball right now. But yeah. Alright, what's going on here? Hey there, did we already meet before? You should loosen up a bit. The place is quiet, but that's okay. We can talk whatever we want here. Did your conversation with Gallagher last time go well? He might look like he doesn't care about anything, but he actually has a lot on his mind. Otherwise, he wouldn't be a regular here. My place offers nothing but joy. Oh, I see you like to be straightforward. It's good to keep things simple, but you might get on people's nerves for being too direct. I'm kidding. I like how pragmatic you are. Alright, you seem more relaxed now. I invited you here because I needed your help. Are you interested in the art of mixing drinks, especially for seeing how well Gallagher does it? Especially after seeing how well he does it. Something unexpected has come up and need to be away for a while. I'm looking for someone to take my place temporarily. I think you've got a talent to ace the job. What do you say? You've picked the right person. I've always had a good eye for talent, and I believe you'll be an awesome drinksmith. Come on and try it. Don't be nervous. I'll guide you step by step. Show me how. Since you're just starting out, follow these steps first. Let's choose a mini wine glass. Glasses have different volumes, and that determines the number of ingredient portions that can fit inside. Let's continue the next mixing step. Add large amount of ice cubes. You're a fast learner. Each drink has 3 flavors: sweetness, intensity, and thickness. Let's follow the steps and add a portion of practitioner pepper first. You can see the drink's sweetness and thickness have changed. This is the flavor tag resulting in the change from the change in sweetness. Now add a portion of ice Sol Glad. Stirring will mix the ingredients in the glass together, which can change the drink's appearance. If you make a mistake, you can empty the glass here. The basic moves are now done. Next, follow the steps and complete the drink. Soothing soda. Select origami bird. So slightly sweet, very refreshing. The glimmering dreamscape. The dream gleams at the edge of the shining horizon. You're getting the hang of things already. Technique-wise, you're a pass. Just to be clear, flattery will get you nowhere. It does make my mood better, though. Knowing the mixing technique is a prerequisite to becoming a drinksmith. However, it takes more than that to serve drinks that impress your guests. The most crucial skills that a good drinksmith needs is listening. Drinksmithing is all about having conversations with your guests. Drinks are magical. A beautiful glass of liquid, a cozy ambiance, and a little bit of conversational skills are all you need to make someone open up. Honestly, that's low-key kind of true, being a barista. This might sound a bit esoteric, but I believe you have a knack for it. I can tell you're someone with empathy. Not only that, but you can also read someone's mind and even regulate their emotions. You're flattering me. Well, I might be exaggerating things, but I'm sure you know how good you are at connecting with people. I saw you having a good time talking to Amiki last time. I know her well. She can be clingy, and it's not easy to convince her to leave without making a fuss. So I believe you're the right fit for the job. What do you say? I'll take your signs as a yes. You've got a great sense of humor. You're really cut out for this. Before we start, I need to give you a heads up. The name of the place is Dream Jolt Hostelry, and there's something unique about it. At this lounge, we don't serve the guests or Dream Chaser in Penacony, but the monsters staying in the hotel in the Dreamscape. They used to be the members of the Sweet Dreams troupe that served the family. As you should know, the Dreamscape is collapsing. The negative emotions have altered the temperament of the troupe members, turning them into uncontrollable monsters. I'm here to help them stabilize their emotions and restore them to their original form, which can be a long process. If the issue isn't resolved, they'll resort into a frenzied state, which is the last thing I want to see. Please take care of the monsters when I'm not around. Since your job scope is more or less the same, it doesn't count as fraud, does it? Well, those monsters aren't aggressive, so they won't hurt you. It's just that their personalities can be a little abrasive, so you'll need to be more patient. You can find details about their conditions in this troubleshooter. Feel free to flip through it and jot down stuff in it. Alright. These are the customers you need to serve. Yes, they're all members of the Dream Jolt troupe. Their respective emotional troubles are recorded here. You'll need to chat and make drinks with the monsters and gain their trust that way. After gaining their complete trust, you'll be able to obtain an item from accessing their inner world, or to access their inner world. Introduction is done. Making drinks for the monsters to gain their trust and help with their emotional troubles is a... Okay. The chance to have an in-depth conversation with monsters doesn't come by every day. Consider it a perk. Actually, your job is pretty much the same, to listen to the needs of the monsters and provide suitable drinks for them. Try talking to them as much as possible. They really hate to be lonely. Still remember what I said just now? Drinks are magical things that can make someone open up. What a drinksmith can achieve is so much more than you might expect. Now, I'll leave the Dream Jolt Hostelry under your care. Alright. Let's do the thing. Don't panic. You have to get used to speaking to customers one-on-one like this. Your mission is to resolve the monster's emotional troubles. You'll be able to see your progress here. Finish serving your customers to earn tips that the monsters leave you. The tips you earn can be exchanged for rewards here. Don't forget. There's a customer already waiting. Quickly start serving them now. The ingredients are on the lounge, the whole range. Feel free to use them. I won't charge you. Almost forgot. I'll pay you based on your workload. If the customers are happy, the pay will satisfy for sure. Alrighty. Ooh. Ooh. Let's take a look at this. New drinksmith? Let me guess. You owe Saobon some money, which is how you got roped into working here. That must be it. I knew it. Saobon looks soft-spoken and treats people so gently. She's quite the talker. Whenever she's on the street, people always ask if she wants to become a celebrity, but she's definitely a devil in disguise. Be straight with me. How much do you owe her? Let's see. How can I help you with that? Even with your help, I might not be able to pay it back. Are you kidding me? You didn't really think I was going to help you pay off your debt. I was saying, I know a place where you can strike it rich. In the back of the hotel in the dreamscape, there's a monster that looks like an alarm clock and enjoys having people tell it off. So you could go there and spit a few sentences at it, maybe. That'll put it in a good mood, and it'll give you all its money. Remember, you can't say that I was the one who told you. Alright, let's get the bitter ones. Let's see. Lost Twilight. Lost Twilight. Look for the correct drink according to their requests. Metropolitan Rome. Very bitter, very mellow. Clockwise, sleep talk. Sweet, strong, refreshing. Slightly sweet, very strong, very thick. Okay. A large wine glass. More ice. Soothing soda, 2. Oh. Then you need Ren Sunset sauce. Then stir it. And then more of this. Alright. Robin card. Hiding in the crowd of the night under the pretense of joy among the surrounding revelry. God, the drink suits me so well. Look at how deep and profound I am. So deep that I'm flying. What was I saying? Oh, the hotel in the dreamscape is not safe. Salbon doesn't let us go too far, but just between us, I saw lots of people over there a few days ago. They were all wearing something like black suits, and they wanted to arrest me when they saw me. I was so shocked I got teary-eyed, and in the end, guess what? They don't even dare step foot in here. I stood inside and started wildly mocking them. They were so mad that smoke was coming out of their ears. All they could do was walk away with their tails between their legs. Pretty interesting, right? I'm a little thirsty. Bring me another super intense drink. One that reminds me of the joy of playing tricks on them. Super intense drink. This time the customer didn't order a specific drink. They just mentioned the flavor that they want to try. Check the flavor tags for each drink. See if it matches the customer's request. Filter function here. Can quickly... Okay. Well, there's very strong, very thick. Very bitter. Well, we already had that. Very sweet, very strong. So probably clockwise sleep talk. Okay. Supersized vintage glass. Less ice.
I believe.
Dream Jam 3. And then Ice Soul Glad.
Also, I ate food. It was good.
Hell yeah. That should be it. It's strong.
Make me a drink.
It's very strong and it's very sweet. Set Clocky card. Time has stopped here, but the river of memories still flow. Drinking this, I feel like I can feel the bitter emotions of those people in black suits. It's like Sob going home crying to your mother. All that said, I feel way more comfortable. I guess even a bad drinksmith is still a drinksmith who can spare you a word or two. I think I've had enough. I'm off. Take care of yourself, newbie. Don't let Saibon eat you alive. Important information. After serving it once, Spade's trust in you has increased. Spade is indeed a bit mad and talks nonsense. Hopefully it doesn't decide to prank me. Let's see the results of this session. Receive and serve customers to get tips. If you satisfy their request, you'll earn more. Alright. Dog. I'm soda dog. Just a side of me will bring people joy. Anything I can help you with? You're so kind. Woof, no need to thank me. Even if I agree to help, I won't lift a paw to help. That's because I'm a dog. I can't do anything. You shouldn't have high expectations for me in the first place, Woof. Is this dog trying to rile me up on purpose? You're getting angry, aren't you? You're getting angry. Woof, but you're a drinksmith for this lounge, so even if you're mad, you still gotta make me a drink, isn't that right? You're too kind, thank you. Listen up, I want a refreshing drink, please. Woof, pretty please, woof. Is there an option to toss the dog out? Encourage the customer in front of you. No, we'll just make the drink. I want something refreshing. So there's this one. This one's just refreshing. But this one's very refreshing.
But it's a robot. It can't drink.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It just says refreshing, so it's probably just this one. So supersized vintage. Glass ice. Woof. Very refreshing. I love this drink, Woof. Newbie, you're top of the pack when it comes to serving customers. Woof, I still have a question, Woof. With so many fun places out there, why did you come here to be a drinksmith? Because I'm passionate about mixing drinks. Woof, just listen to yourself. Do you even believe in what you just said? It's no good to lie. This isn't your lounge. Spending your time and energy to satisfy the people's demands, you're working a job. If you're just here working a job, you shouldn't use the title of drinksmith. A fancy title isn't going to cover your essence. You're a bigger pain than that spade. You really have emotional problems. I'm emotionally stable. So emotionally stable that you'll be annoyed. Is there a problem with that? What about yourself, Woof? As a drinksmith, making harsh comments about your customers is rude and inappropriate. I don't want to discuss this with you. Don't you think you're the one crossing the line here? Am I? I mean, maybe. Let's make a deal. Whoever uses their words to attack the other person will be declared a dog. That's fair, right? That should be no problem, Woof. Wolf, there's nothing much to say. Better just continue drinking. I want a slightly sweet drink. Can you do it? Please get out of here. Slightly sweet. Something that's slightly sweet. Very sweet. Okay, well, this is slightly sweet. This is very strong and very thick.
Thick like what? Molasses or a dick?
Here you go, slightly sweet and really thick so you can fucking choke on it. Let's go with the Metropolitan. This is the only one we haven't made. Mini vintage. No ice. Ultimate syrup 2. And then ice soul glad. That's it. And Teleron ornament. Flavor I like. You really know how to make me happy. Burp, I'm feeling dizzy. So nice talking to you. I'll come hang out with you some other day. Be sure to welcome me with open arms. I am the soda dog that brings happiness to everyone. Goodbye. This dog is really infuriating. Record information. The dog is pretending to be kind and passionate, but it's actually trying to make you angry. Don't get tricked by its appearance. Emotional resolution. Mr. Bigwig. End service. I'm about to blow a fuse ready just after serving 2 customers. Is everything going alright? This is by far the most infuriating thing. I feel like teaching them a lesson. It's normal to feel that way in the beginning. Please don't take it to heart. They're just too affected by the nightmare that they can be a bit twisted. When things were all good in the past, they were a bunch of lovely and sensible kids. I really appreciate your hard work. I only lend my ear to them. And you respond to their issues well. I'm already grateful because you can accept these monsters and treat them as equals. It's time to give you the advanced lesson. A creative mind is key to mixing drinks. You need to come up with special blends based on the time and your customers' preferences. After I show you the ropes about free mixing, you'll be able to craft drinks that aren't on the menu. This is something every drinksmith has to learn. Things can get boring if you keep dishing out the same recipes. For instance, I want a large extra sweet drink that brings happy memories of my past. Nothing on the menu fits the requirement. What should you do now? Let me think about it. Don't panic. Let me show you what to do. Most of the time, customers will have customized requests for drinks. Customer has requested a specific glass size. Pick one of the large glasses this time around. Now you can fulfill the request. Okay, so they want there's a step the customer doesn't. The step where the customer doesn't make a request will be your time to shine. The other request is extra sweet. Let us review the rules of mixing drinks. If it's a super sweet drink, the sweetness measurement must at least reach 2. Practitioner pepper can increase a drink's sweetness. Let's add 1 portion and see the results. Now add another portion of iced Soul Glad, which also adds sweetness. The criteria met. Now I'll leave the rest of you to fill up the glass. Okay, so it's refreshing. Let's put more pepper. Alright, and then let's put a Pepeshi fluff ball. Put a minty leaf. Trailblazer special. Very large, strong, and refreshing. Only belonging to you. Just mix your own drink and let the guests judge everything else. Drinksmith's Manual, point 2. The grasp of flavors is on point. You can actually perceive what's on everyone's mind. I might ask you to make a drink for me one day. I'll be gone for a while, but the monsters will drop by from time to time. Please tend to the lounge for me. Without the drinks here, I'm worried those monsters might get angsty. Huh. New customers are about to arrive. Go serve them. Well, I'll probably be doing that on my own, or maybe a bit more next time, because we're gonna wrap things up. We mostly did a lot of talking this day and not much of a lot of other stuff, but honestly, I don't mind that for today's Hong Kong. Today's lesson, I guess, is don't bring a hunt to an adventuring battle. Just don't do it. You can. You're not gonna have fun.
It's a bad idea.
Put speed on your healers.
And yeah, no, build speed. Build speed. Build speed, guys. Please build
boys
speed.
And girls fast.
Let's see who's going right now. You know what? Let's I almost ooh. Pam is playing Final Fantasy Online. Oh, they're playing 14. God, every time I raid them though, they wanna do the clip thing, and while I like the clip thing, but like my clips suck.
What does that mean, clip thing?
Pam has a thing, and some streamers have it, where it'll pull up one of your clips. It's usually a random one, but most of the time it'll be your most recent clip, and then it'll play it. And for in most cases, if your most recent clip sucks, well, then there you go. Their stream's first impression of you is a shitty clip. I think we're gonna raid. You know, we get rated by Nat19 a lot. So let's freaking pop a raid over to Nat19. They're currently playing Persona 3 Reload. It's gonna be funny if I raid them and they're almost done. So let's raid them before they raid us.
At this time, yeah, they will be almost done.
Yeah, they'll be almost done. We're gonna raid them before.
Go fast. Go fast.
We're gonna raid Nat19 official. Everybody have a good night. I will see you again tomorrow at around the same time. Have a good one, everybody. We ended first, bitches.
Take care.
Is the raid message.
Bye bye.
We finished first.